Good morning, Panthers! I don't know about you, but we're quite upset that we got this huge snowstorm on a weekend. We think we should automatically get a free snow day because of that. Today's weather will be sunny and 23 degrees. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Panthers, this week is National Engineers Week. National Engineers Week is always the week in February, which encompasses George Washington's actual birthday, February 22nd. The purpose of National Engineers Week is to call attention to the contributions to society that engineers make. It is also a time for engineers to emphasize the importance of learning math, science, and technical skills. The celebration was started in 1951 by the National Society of Professional Engineers in conjunction with President George Washington's birthday. President Washington is considered as the nation's first engineer, notably for his survey work. We will focus on different aspects of engineering throughout the week. Check out this video about engineers.
Engineers are people who design and build things that we use every day. However, they don't just go building the first thing that comes to mind. They work hard to make something we need, and they want to do a good job of it. So how do engineers decide what they need to build? Well, in most cases, they start with a question. Here's an example. Say you live on a space station, and something outside breaks. Obviously, you need to go outside and fix it, but how exactly do you do that? That's a great question for engineers. Once they've got a good handle on things, they'll start imagining ways to solve the problem. They'll come up with all kinds of ideas, and some that might even seem a little crazy. That's important because sometimes the craziest idea is the one that works best. After coming up with these ideas, they'll pick a few that make the most sense. Next, they'll start drawing a plan. Depending on the idea, the plan can be very simple or very complicated. But the important part is the plan itself. A good plan helps engineers focus on what they're making and, most importantly, why. Now the engineers get to have some real fun. They get to create something. It's important to stick to the plan, though, so the idea doesn't go too far off course. Once they've built it, then they have to test it. Experimentation is very important because it's here that engineers learn what works and, well, what doesn't. And while it's great when something goes right on the first try, it's actually good when things don't, because that gives engineers a chance to go back and improve on their original idea. And improve they will until they've solved the problem. So the next time you've got a problem to solve, whether simple or complicated, there's probably a team of engineers ready to create something to solve it. And nobody solves engineering problems quite like NASA.
Now here's Nazifa to tell us the activities going on at Parkland.
Thank you, Omer. The next tech crew meeting will be tomorrow from 3 to 5. If you need a permission slip, see Mr. Bergman in the main office. Track will resume tomorrow. The deadline to sign up for the spring session is Friday, February 29th. There are only 10 spots left. See Coach Tim with questions in 2042. Super Sci U fans, get ready. Your next meeting is almost here. On Thursday, Dr. Cohen invites you to continue work on organisms and begin bioreactors for the International Space Station. Come see parasitic wasp eggs devour a caterpillar, open up the gut of a termite and see who lives there. See the mighty centaur battle for its life. Sounds exciting. Don't miss out this Thursday. Finally, Park starts next week. This is a test that is replacing the MSA. You will find out more during homeroom on Thursday, so make sure you are here on time. Now here's Toombi to tell us about an important figure in African American history and give us our final African American History Month question.
Thank you, Nazifa. Malcolm X was an African American Muslim minister and a human rights activist. To his admirers, he was a courageous advocate for the rights of blacks, a man who indicted white America in the harshest terms for its crimes against black Americans. Detractors accused him of preaching racism and violence. He has been called one of the greatest and most influential African Americans in history. Malcolm X lost his parents early in life. In 1946, at age 20, he went to prison, and while there, he became a member of the Nation of Islam. and after his parole in 1952, quickly rose to become one of its most influential leaders. By March 1964, Malcolm X had grown disillusioned with the Nation of Islam. He ultimately repudiated the nation and its teachings and embraced Sunni Islam. After a period of travel in Africa and the Middle East, he returned to the United States to found Muslim Mosque Incorporated and the Organization of Afro-American Unity. He disavowed racism, saying, "I did many things as a black Muslim that I'm sorry for now. I guess a man's entitled to make a fool of himself if he's ready to pay the cost. It cost me 12 years." On February 14th, 1965, his house was burned down. Just hours after this, he made what would become his final speech. Here is a short clip of that speech.
But when you just judge a man because of the color of his skin, then you're committing a crime, because that's the worst kind of judgment. If you judge him just because he was a Jew, that's not as bad as judging him because he's black. Because a Jew can hide his religion. He can say he's something else, which a lot of them do that. They say they're something else. But the black man can't hide. When they start indicting us because of our color, that means we're indicted before we're born, which is the worst kind of crime that can be committed.
This week's question is, what was considered a crime by Malcolm X in this speech? Put your answer in the box at lunch to win free ice cream, and wish these students a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Toomby. Panthers, it's Monday, so here's our Motivational Monday clip. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.